Once again, we are distinctly privileged to have with us a world-class internet marketer. The interesting thing about this guy is that he's just like all of us, right? Everybody has to start somewhere. And from his years as a manager in the auto industry, this gentleman learned a lot about managing people, about marketing, about sales. He took that knowledge, brought it to the internet marketing world, and he is now one of the most successful and respected people in all of internet marketing. He is the man responsible for Butterfly Marketing, a course that has helped hundreds, if not thousands, of people get started building and succeeding with their online business. And recently, he had over 125 people pay $5,000 for a weekend workshop with him. This is top dollar stuff you guys are about to learn. Most recently, he launched the 7-figure code, one of the most successful launches in all of internet marketing. Please join me and welcome to the next Internet Millionaire platform, Mr. Mike Filsaime.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Great. Okay, guys, before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little story about myself, and quite frankly, that's because I just love talking about myself. So, okay. But actually, about 4 years ago, I knew less about internet marketing than any single one of you guys here watching. And I think it's important to note that whatever's going on in your mind right now, whether you're looking around at some of the other contestants and it's getting down to the last nitty-gritty and you're starting to wonder somewhere in the back of your mind, do I have what it takes to win this competition? If you truly believe that you can win it, then it's yours to win. About 4 years ago, I came across my first sales letter. And I was in the car business. I was a general manager for a Toyota and a Hyundai dealership in Long Island, New York. Didn't even know that this world existed. And my dream was never to be an internet marketer or a speaker or even have my own business. What I wanted to do was just run car dealerships. It's in my blood. My brother was in the business. My father was in the business. My mother was in the business at one time. So we were going through a pretty big growth stage in our business. We had 8 stores, and within 18 months, we went to 15 stores. And our stores were going from 150 cars a month to 200 cars a month to 300, 400, 500 cars a month. So if you can imagine just one store going from 200 cars a month to 500 cars a month, we need a lot of employees. And if you know anything about the automobile business, there's a lot of turnover. So we always needed salespeople. We were growing very quickly, and we practically doubled our size. And this is right around 9/11. So the towers fell very close to where we are, about 25 miles from where we are. And when we were putting ads in the paper, we were getting 40, 50 to 100 people coming in from all over that were working in Manhattan looking for jobs. So during this growth phase, they gave me the task of training the salespeople. So we were putting about 40 to 50 new salespeople on board every single week. And every time we did it, I'd have every store saying, why are you only sending me 2? And I was like, well, I need to send 3 over here and 5 to the Infinity store, and they just opened up over at this Honda store, and I couldn't churn them out fast enough. And it came to the point where I was doing so much research to create a manual because I didn't want to keep saying the same things over. I wanted to be able to do some research, overcome objections, and all these types of things. So I'm spending a lot of time online, and I'm getting a lot of spam email. The typical types of spam email for pills and porn and how to make money and all this type of junk, and it's really bugging me. And one of them that just keeps showing up every single day is the secrets to online profits. And I would open it up, and there's that guy with his fist in the air holding, cash and everything like that, and I'm like, this is such a joke, and I would close it. And then one day I said, let me click and see what this is all about. And I came upon a sales letter, and right from the headline, straight through every single letter in the sales page, it completely got me. It used all the tactics and strategies of copywriting that we're going to learn from Ray Edwards later this week. And I hit that order button, and my life would never be the same from there. I started putting up web pages, and It was a part-time thing. Driving traffic to the page, wasn't really doing too well with it. I came across a web page one day that said the average visitor comes to your site 7 times before they buy. And I said, wow, that's pretty interesting. So they said what you really need to focus on is not making the sale, but it's capturing the name and the email address of the person that comes to your website. After you do that, you have an opportunity to make a sale several times with them after you build a relationship with them. That was pretty powerful for me. And then I came across some works from somebody that you met earlier in the competition, Mark Joyner. And Mark Joyner, he had something that he was teaching called target, tie in, and collect. And what that meant was target an audience, tie in a free bonus, and collect their name and email address. So that really resonated with me. I said, instead of sending all this traffic to this sales page where I'm getting a 1% or 2% conversion rate, why don't I send the traffic to a page where I can give some stuff away for free and get a name and email address? And my success rate was about 35 to 40% of the times that people were coming to this page, I was getting their name and their email address. And then all I had to do was then send them to an offer and then follow up. And even if they didn't buy, I could send out broadcasts of them a few times a week in my newsletter. And so that was a pinnacle point for me. And then what happened there is I started looking into viral marketing. And when I started getting into viral marketing, that's when I started going from 40, 50, 60 opt-in members per day up to 200, 300, 400, 500, and now over 1,000 opt-in members per day come in through the network of sites that we have, primarily with the use of viral marketing. So that's what we're going to go over today. Okay, here's what we're going to cover. Viral marketing, how to create attention. Okay, and we're going to talk about things that are viral in nature and the difference between things that are viral and viral marketing. Viral marketing is really just a form of word-of-mouth marketing on steroids. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of a history about word-of-mouth marketing. In the early days, word-of-mouth would spread person to person through towns via horseback and through countries via ships and other travelers and nomads. So basically, if there was a message to get spread, it had to go word-of-mouth, and in order to get around the world, it had to go through ships and people on horseback and things like that. Then the catalyst method completely explodes. And the catalyst is what allows a message to just completely get out to the masses very, very quickly. Gutenberg's printing press allowed the first mass media distribution of a message. It was the first time in history that this could happen. Because even if you had something where it was written, before it had to get copied or rewritten, the printing press allowed mass distribution, completely changed history. So the newspaper then came into place, and the newspaper allowed for one message to be delivered to thousands of people. Then word of mouth was now growing faster than ever. Okay, we take it up a notch from newspapers, and we go from radio to television. In the early part of the 20th century, the radio came out, and that allowed people to broadcast instantly into the homes of many different people. And again, that's just the catalyst. You could create any type of campaign or something worthy talking about, and it could go out to millions of people at this time, and then those people can start spreading the message. Then the popularity of the television came into place, and advertisers started to realize the power of syndication and advertising. And then from there, the delivery mechanism takes exponential growth as well with the telephone. The telephone instantly connected people all over the world to allow a message to become global virtually overnight. The telephone was really part of the enhanced delivery mechanism of word of mouth. So now, with the telephone, if you had a message to share, you didn't have to write a letter. You could actually just call somebody anywhere in the world, and now we're starting to see word of mouth can actually spread in a matter of days rather than a matter of months and years and things like that. And then it all changes, right? The catalyst meets the delivery mechanism and the marketing message all at one time. And that's the internet. Okay, and the internet, as we know, is made up not only of the browser, but it's made up of email, instant messaging, cell phones, mobile phones, SMS, text messaging, and things like that. So now, remember, we're up to 3 different phases right now, right? We have the catalyst, which is what starts the message going out. Then we have the delivery mechanism, which is what allows the message to be spread. And then we have the marketing message, and that's the message that we're trying to convey, and we're trying to get people interested in, and eventually in our business to do what? To buy, right? That's really what we're looking to do. We're getting people, somehow, the end consumer is spending money. Okay, I don't care if you're trying to drive traffic just to get somebody to click, because if you're getting paid on a click, eventually there's a customer reaching in their pocket and taking out their credit card and buying something on the internet. All right, so now the internet, for the very, very first time, has allowed all 3 of these things to go on. And the people that understand viral marketing are the people that are having some of the most incredible success. And we're going to go through some of those case studies. I believe, personally, that viral marketing might just be the most underestimated form of traffic generation in marketing. And there are some people that know how powerful viral marketing is, and they're using it to do some really, really incredible things. Here's a recent example. If you guys want to check out, actually, we can actually go to this. You guys ever heard of Ron Paul? Anyone?
Yes.
Who's Ron Paul?
He's running for president in 2008.
Right.
Second-tier candidate.
Yeah. Absolutely. Second-tier candidate. But if you go, you guys know what word clouds are? Have you ever gone to a place like Squidoo or Technorati or Delicious or any of these types of sites that pull in information from blogs and stuff like that, and you notice that some words are fatter than others and things like that, and it's really like telling you like what's hot, what's going on right now. And if you go to some of these sites, what you're going to see is like the big fat word is Ron Paul. And what that means is it's like a voting system. There is so much activity on blogs being spoken about this person that he's very, very popular right now in search engines. What's interesting is Ron Paul, the person that you're seeing here, doesn't have the money that some of the Republican people running in the Republican race have, or the Democratic race. But what he does have is he has a good message, and because of the internet, as you can see, what does he have right here on his site where the mouse is hovering over? He's using YouTube. And all of the video campaigns that you see here are all going through YouTube. And he's got MySpace, he's got Facebook, he's got Dig, Flickr. So even the presidential candidates are realizing, big time, that in order for us to get our message out, we're going to use viral marketing. They understand the power of using video and creating buzz to get people talking about you. And if you were to go to one of those sites, as I said, you'll see that like Ron Paul, here's a guy with maybe 1/10 the budget of the leading candidates, and he's getting all the buzz. He's the one being spoken about right now. Because some people see his message as very interesting. But without the advertising in the old days, it was almost impossible to compete with, the Ross Perot's that would just come in and say, hey, I'm just going to nominate myself because I have all this money and I can get people, talking about me. Today, you don't have to be Ross Perot. You can be a person like Ron Paul. So now what? How do we get people talking about us? Here's the most important thing that we want to know in our message. Is your product or service worth talking about? Does it have buzz? So I'll ask you guys, what is buzz? Give me some examples.
People talking about a product that's coming out. What did you hear about buzz? I said he's coming out with a product. Like nice rumors, like kind of creating like a little people talking.
Could be rumors, right? All right. What? Go ahead.
Anticipation or scarcity.
Anticipation, scarcity definitely helps create buzz. What else can help create buzz? Think about the things that you watch on the news sometimes. who's getting arrested. The stuff where you're saying, isn't there stuff more important than what's going on? Gossip, things like that. So let's take a look. I've outlined about 12 different things that you want to keep in mind when you're creating a campaign and you want buzz. Here's a big myth. The myth is, it says that buzz cannot be created. It can only be created organically. That is a big myth. If you're conscious of these 12 things in your marketing, you can definitely create buzz in your marketing. I've done it over and over and over again, and I'm going to show you how I've used some of these strategies to create buzz in some of my campaigns. All right, so something that is new creates buzz, and it's very important to be new or perceived as new. Because when you're the iPod, then there's everybody else, right? And even if somebody comes out with better technology, when you're perceived as first in the marketplace, everybody else is a copycat. So even when they develop better technology than you still have the opportunity later, 3, 4, 5 months later, to copy that technology, and now you're still top of the game. So it's very important that you want to position yourself as new or fresh in the marketplace. Have you guys ever heard of the site, theinterviewwithgod.com? Yeah, that's a site by Morgan Westerman. It's a very inspirational site. What it is, he took a public domain poem, and so I'm actually going to play this for you. So here's what you're seeing is public domain poem taken to a song that he probably purchased the rights to use for about $30, and all he did is he took a flash presentation and put the music to the words. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a sap. Even watching that, I got a couple of goosebumps and teary-eyed. Did that get anyone inspired? Right. So when you go through that, it's very, very common that people go through that, especially depending on where they are, what type of state and frame of mind they are, and where they are in their life, good or bad. That they see that, and a lot of people, will go to tears for many different reasons. And then at the end, what it does is it asks you. You'd automatically be redirected here, and somewhere send to a friend. After the video, automatically redirected here to share this with a friend. So if something is inspirational, we want to share it. So we'll go back to the PowerPoint here. So something that's inspirational definitely gets people wanting to share the message. This makes people feel so good that people like to share that feeling. They want other people to feel that way. So it's very important that, as you can see in that site, that there's a way to make it very easy for people to share the message, and we're going to get into that. It's called the delivery mechanism a little bit later. Other things, innovative, controversial. I'm going to show you a case study where we use controversy and some of these other things in our marketing. Edgy, humorous, heartwarming, taboo. These are things that you don't talk about. Yet they, when people talk about them, they create a lot of buzz. Secretive, engaging, anything that involves participation. Picture you tested your IQ. It got you engaged. You find out your IQ is a 136. And then it says, see if you're smarter than your friends. Share with your friends. It's got you engaged. You want to engage others. Hey, dude, check this out. Take the score. Let me know what your IQ is, and then I'll tell you mine. I'm a 127. I beat you, and all that type of stuff. So if you can get people participating in something, it can help to create buzz. As we were saying before, suspenseful or anticipation marketing works very well. And those are the core things that when you're creating a campaign that you want to, it's almost impossible to get all of those in there, but you definitely don't want to settle for 0 or just 1. You want to try to see as many of those things that you can put into your campaign to help create buzz. All right? So here's some that I've outlined. New, innovative, secretive, engaging, and suspenseful. All right? Gmail. So I'll go back. Gmail was new. It was innovative. They changed the way people could use email. It was secretive because when you went to the site, you couldn't sign up. You couldn't get an account. It was by invitation only, which made it the engaging part, by participation. You would invite other people. And it created suspense because when they were talking about it, everybody couldn't wait for it to come out. So Gmail did no marketing. They spent no money to get the word out for Gmail. They created scarcity, as you were saying before, Thor. They created scarcity by giving out Gmail accounts only to a handful of power users. Other users who aspired to be like these power users lusted for a Gmail account, and this manifested itself in their bidding for Gmail invites on eBay. People would go to eBay and say, I want a Gmail account, and they were willing to pay. You remember that? Yeah. You bought a Gmail account, right? And that was all manufactured buzz and scarcity. And then you invited your friends, and they thought you were cool. You got them engaged and everything like that, and viral marketing took place. And that's how it works. So where were we? In the bidding for Gmail invites on eBay. Demand was created by limiting supply. The cachet of having a Gmail account caused the word of mouth rather than marketing activities by Google. So it was the scarcity and the limit of supply that caused the word of mouth. That's what created buzz. All right? I launched 2 sites that way. I launched a site called thejvnetwork.com by making it invite only. And then when you got to the site, you couldn't get in, and it was pitched to be this top secret JV network type of site. And people started posting in forum, how do you get into the JV network? Oh, you have to get an invite. Can anybody get me an invite? Oh, how do I get an invite? And next thing I know, I created buzz, and we had people talking about it. So that's a good thing for you to do. Another one of our sites, Instant Buzz, for the first 9 months was invitation only. If you went to the site, it said, sorry, it's invitation only. So what did that do? It created people going out talking about it. How do you get an account for Instant Buzz? What is Instant Buzz? It's an account where you can get free advertising, but it's by invitation only. Oh, send me a private message. I'll get you an invitation. Can you do the same for me? And just this type of talk is what creates buzz. So using scarcity can work very, very well in a campaign. Here's a campaign that was controversial, definitely, edgy, taboo, and engaging. This is one of my most successful campaigns that I've ever run. And that was called The Death of Internet Marketing. So, you see the cover there, the blood spatter, right? Got a little bit of flack from some people about that. So let's go back. Would we say it's controversial? Right? Was it edgy? Okay. Was it taboo? Who's this guy to talk about, things that are going to hurt, internet marketing, or what could cause the death of internet marketing? And was it engaging? I'll tell you yes, because what we did is we incentivized people to share the message. We said, if you share this message with someone, we'll give you $1. So people were like, wow, let me read the report and share the message if I like it. So here are some of the results that we had. We had 34,000 opt-in members in just over 24 hours. Double opt-in confirmed subscribers in just over 24 hours. And that is something I have never, ever come close to doing in my 4 years online. That was just an extraordinary result. We hit 141 at Alexa.com. So just to give you an example, like if you look at and you want to see like how popular PayPal is, you can go to Alexa.com, type in PayPal, and you'll see that they are like 550. So with all the people going to PayPal and eBay and logging in and everything like that, PayPal is the 550 most popular site in the world on a daily basis. We hit 141 when we launched this project. Out of all of the billion sites in the world, there were only 140 sites getting more traffic that day. So you can imagine my web host was calling me saying, Mike, what's going on? He thought we were under a denial of service attack. We did 75,000 opt-in members in 1 week. The success factors for this campaign was we created buzz, we had a delivery mechanism, a maven was involved, we had connectors, and a strong WIIFM, everyone's favorite radio station. What does that stand for? Anybody know? What's in it for me? Everyone's favorite radio station. What's in it for me? When you're asking somebody to share a message, consciously or subconsciously, they're going to ask themselves, what's in it for me? And when it's obvious, they'll share it faster. And when you tell them and you show the benefits, they'll show it even faster. Just to let you know here, the reason why these are in red is I'm going to be going over these in a little while for you. Just to let you know, does anybody know what the word maven means? Maven means expert. Maven means expert. So we had a maven or an authority figure leak this site by accident. 100% total accident. A lot of people to this day still think it was part of our marketing. To this day, I wouldn't have had it any other way. But the truth is, Joel Comm sent out an email to his list 5 days early, before the report was proofread, before I had a lot of things in place that I wanted to have in place. What happened was, I sent an instant message the day before I went to speak in Atlanta, in Atlanta at StomperNet, which was with Brad Fallon, who was here earlier for you guys. And I sent an instant message to my friend Gary Ambrose, and I said, Gary, in about 4 or 5 days, I'm going to be releasing that report I told you about called The Death of Internet Marketing. Okay, cool. I said, but here's the deal. I'm giving $1 on 2 tiers for everybody that promotes it. So you might want to sign up for it now. Yeah, okay, I'll get to it. Cool. I said, no, Gary, I don't think you understand. If you sign up for it and you refer Joel Comm, you get $1. But if Joel Comm refers 5,000 people, you also get $5,000. So if you tell Joel Comm and Keith Wellman and some of the, your friends out there, and each one of those people tells 5,000 people, you've referred 3 people, but I would pay you $15,000. He says, dude, oh my God, I get it. I'm on it. So I get on a plane, and Gary sends out a little email to Joel Comm and Keith Wellman and all of his other friends and everything like that. And I get off the plane. I'm speaking in about 3 hours, and I go to check in, and they say, I'm sorry, Mr. Filsaime, your room is not ready yet. And I said, well, I got to get on stage, and I got to get into a room and shower. And they said, well, we'll do what we can. Why don't you have some breakfast in the restaurant? So I wheeled my bag in with Tom Beal, who works for me, and we're sitting there, and we're getting breakfast, and the phone rings. Hello? And I hear, dude, it's Joel. Just mailed out for you. I said, haha, very funny. What are you talking about? He goes, dude, man, your Death of Internet Marketing, I just mailed out for you. I said, you're kidding, right? He goes, no, I got a message from Gary that the site was live. I said, you're kidding. Gary didn't tell you? Well, read the email to me. And he says, oh, and this is like Friday. He says, I didn't realize. He says, don't mail till Wednesday. And I said, when did you send this? I mean, can you stop it? He goes, there's nothing I can do. It's already out there. So Tom hears this going on. He opens up his inbox, and he goes, wow, I just got an invite from some guy named Ian Del Carmen, and I got another invite here. I said, Joel, I got to call you back. I got to call you back. So Tom goes, they're talking about it in the Warrior Forum. I look into the site. We have like 700 signups, and the site just went like totally crazy, and we never even officially launched. And so just by having one person, we're going to talk about this, an authority figure that talks about your product or an expert in the industry can have dramatic effects. Okay? So be careful when being edgy. Anybody know what this is? What's that? Do you remember the name of it? It's a tough one. Subservient chicken. Yeah. Now Now you both know you've seen it before. Let me ask you this because you're familiar with it. What were they selling? That's the problem with sometimes being edgy. This was Burger King's viral marketing campaign. It's called Subservient Chicken. They were trying to make fun of the chicken to get you to buy more Whoppers and stuff like that. So, or I think it was for their chicken sandwich, have the chicken sandwich the way you want it. So you'd go to this site, and you would type in stand on your head, and the person would stand on his head. You'd say sit down, and the person would sit down. You'd say spin or whatever, and if you said, say this curse word, he'd come up to the camera and go like this and then get back into position. So it definitely created a lot of buzz. However, nobody even remembers what the heck they were selling. So Burger King Subservient Chicken. Burger King's marketing program called Subservient Chicken did indeed generate a lot of word of mouth. But the word of mouth was about the marketing campaign instead of the product that was being marketed. So sometimes you can be so edgy that people don't even know what you're talking about. All those marketing efforts which rely on being edgy or on some kind of stunt often fade quickly when the novelty or edge wears off. So keep in mind, sometimes if it's edgy, it might have a very short lifespan. All right. Finally, this type of marketing is not reproducible or sustainable since it won't be edgy the second time around. Okay. In some cases, you can continue to push this a little bit further. I'll give you an example of one that, to me, I still can't wait till the next one comes out. Have you guys ever seen the Geico Caveman? I mean, those are funny. If we went back and looked at some of those things in the buzz, we would see, you know, it's humorous and you know, different things like that. And it's edgy. Why is it edgy? Because technically it's racial and nobody can get in trouble. So like here are these people like, you know, like saying like racist remarks, and nobody, at the end of the day, nobody can get in trouble for it. It's like, you know, so easy a caveman can do it, and everybody's laughing, and these cavemen are getting all upset that, you know, they're getting made fun of in every one of these campaigns. So it is somewhat edgy. All right. Here's the next part of a viral marketing campaign. All right. After we have the buzz, we've decided we can create something worth talking about. We need the infection stage. Okay. Every viral marketing campaign needs an infection of the initial host in order to get spread. So, if you were this deadly demon virus and you're on a desert island and you have nobody to infect, how effective is this virus ever going to be? Right? It needs to infect someone that has an opportunity to start spreading the virus, and in our case, spreading the message. So, the infection stage. Massive initial infection stage will have the greatest effect in most cases. So, when you do launch, you want to have some type of media blitz, as we saw Jeff Walker talking about the product launch formula with your JV partners, with using anticipation marketing in your pre-launch, can have incredible results and create buzz in and of itself. So just the fact that people are talking about it gets people talking about it. And it gets people saying, why is everybody talking about it? I don't even know why. If I hear the word seven-figure code one more time, I'm going to unsubscribe from every internet marketer's newsletter. And then people start talking about these side effects that start happening because the buzz gets created. Can I move forward? Okay. Tipping points occur. Okay? Tipping points occur when a maven or an authority figure, right? Joel Comm is a respected marketer in internet marketing, right? So when Joel endorsed something, it wasn't like Bob Smith saying, hey, check out this report, it's really cool. When a maven or an authority figure speaks out on something in the market, endorses the product because of its value to the marketplace, and then super connectors continue to spread the message. So what we have on the left, would everybody agree that this person is an authority figure when it comes to what is relevant in buying books or something like that, right? If you had a book and you went on Oprah and she said, this book is the most important book I've ever read, and I recommend every single person watching this buy it and recommend it to everyone, do you think that tomorrow you will be a New York Times bestseller? I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And it happens over and over and over again. Okay? People's careers were made simply because they associated with Oprah. Can we think of anyone? Dr. Phil, right. And then on the right side, we have super connectors. These super connectors are these people that like run these blogs, and they have these authority sites, and they're always speaking the truth in most cases. You know who's an authority figure? I mean, a super connector, in my opinion. Eric Humland. He does some pretty radical reviews, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. And that's one of the reasons why he has such dedicated people that go to his blog. When he posts on his blog, it's very often that you'll see 100 other people posting comments about it. So, authority figures and connectors, it's very important that you get them both on your side, if you can. All right. Here's an example of how Oprah helped something tip. Before February 8th, if we went to an internet marketing conference and I said something like this, by a show of hands, who's heard of The Secret? And then you guys would all have raised your hand, right? We'd all heard of The Secret. But in the real world, not that many people had heard about it. As you can see, here's where they were over here before they went on Oprah. This is a traffic graph of the site. On February 8th, Oprah airs The Secret and then talks about it. And then a couple of days later, you can see another spike. She re-airs the show again. This authority figure goes on to talk about The Secret. This is what's called, Malcolm Gladwell calls this the tipping point. This is when it just completely goes mainstream and nothing at this point can really be done to stop the word of mouth that gets talking about it. It reaches total market saturation. And then, I have people that, that I've known for years that are not into personal development coming up and recommending The Secret to me. And I'm like, I've known about The Secret for a year, but it is good stuff. Thank you. So that's the importance of getting an authority figure talking. Right? Infection stage in your marketing. Having a proper pre-launch or relaunch is crucial. Set up the right affiliate program. We can possibly talk about that later. There's different ways to do that. Use press releases, articles, video. Notice that is bold and underlined. Forum posts and blogs to get and keep people talking. And I will admit 100% to using forums to create buzz. I sent an email to a friend of mine the other day I replied to an email to a friend of mine. His name is Mike Ambrosio. And he said, Mike, I'm excited to go to the the World Internet Main Event that you're doing in San Francisco. You know anybody that wants to share a room? I said, yeah, no problem. Let me find out for you. I said, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you post in the Warrior Forum who else is going to the World Internet Main Event? Right? So, in a way, I'm creating, because I can't go in there and just say, hey, but I want people talking about it, because when you get a post like that, who else is going? It's like, where is it? Oh, here's the site. And then people start talking. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. Social proof kicks in. People want to conform to group norms. They want to be part of, hey, if everybody in internet marketing is successful, this is where they're going, well, then I need to be there as well. Some of the people that applied for the next Internet Millionaire may have seen so many videos on YouTube that inspired them to simply post their own video because they found out about it and they got inspired because they just saw social proof, so many people doing that. All right, and using blogs, etc., get people talking about it. So, next thing is the delivery mechanism. All right, there are 3 types of things that I like to identify in a delivery mechanism. One is called forced, meaning it's part of the sign-up process. And it could be optional forced, where they're sticking it in your face and making it a very logical part of signing up, or you cannot join unless you share the message with some people. Some of those popular sites that are using this are buddy2buddy.com, myspace.com, Orkut, LinkedIn, Facebook. And I'll tell you exactly what this means. You sign up for the account. You give your name, your email address, all this, your favorite color, your dog's name. You hit submit. They could send you right to the membership area to do more for your profile. But what do? They have a very important part of the viral marketing and the delivery mechanism that when you enter your name and your email address, the next page says, give me your Yahoo email address and password, your Gmail and your MSN and your AOL. And what we'll do is we'll import all your friends out of your contacts folder for you. You say, okay. You spam the hell out of all my friends, and you list that, and then all of a sudden you see like 30 in your Yahoo and 200 in your MSN, and then you just check off who you want, and you hit submit. They get an invite. Has anybody ever seen anything like you've been invited to LinkedIn, and you're like, who is this person? I don't even know who they are. I mean, why would they even think of me? Because I don't even know them. You know why that happens? You've sent them an email one day. You're in their contacts, and they just uploaded their contacts, took all 700, and hit submit. 700 people just got an invite. 300 of those people arrive at the site, send out to another 700 times 300. Can you see mass viral marketing taking place? Can you see how that affects the growth of a site if we left that out? Incentivized, that uses everyone's favorite radio station, which is what? What's in it for me, right. And we're going to talk about that in some of the later slides. When we give people incentives, it will help to give them a reason to, I wouldn't have told my friend, but now that you're giving me this extra free gift, I'm going to tell everybody I know. And hyperviral. This is also known as piggybacking. This is where the viral marketing campaign itself is self-advertising in that the use of the product requires other friends and family to use the service. So simply remember Hotmail is the classic example. You would get a free Hotmail account just using the product. You didn't have to invite anybody. There was no what's in it for me. You just sent a message to somebody that says, hey, Jim, I'm going to be running late. I'm not sure if I can make it to the party tonight. And then they get that email, and at the bottom it says, get a free Hotmail account, email account, click here. And that person's like, wow. And back in the day, email wasn't free. You had to pay for it. So people were like, oh, free email, that's great. They clicked on it. They started sending out messages to their friends, and Hotmail was piggybacking off their users using the service. Skype is another example. Skype really works when other Skype users are using the system. PayPal is the same way. If I'm going to send you money, and you had an eBay listing, and I got your email address, I would just send you money. And then PayPal used to say, in order to claim this money, you need to create a PayPal account. So the use of the system, if you can think of that, how can I make it so that just people using this is going to advertise my product in itself? You ask that question sometimes, dramatic results. All right. In a real virus, there are different things that can affect the delivery of the virus. And it's the same in your marketing. Okay? This here, what we're seeing, is an airborne virus. An airborne virus is the most fearful type of virus there is, right? If the HIV virus were to split into morph into some type of different strand and went to this, it'd be a pretty scary world, wouldn't it? Right? So we want our marketing to be airborne. I should coin that. Airbornemarketing.com, that's mine. Just kidding. Okay, the next phase down from there would be contact of another product or another, railing or a bathroom door or something like that. So someone infected touches the railing, and you get on the escalator and you touch the railing, you can get infected that way. Not quite as powerful as airborne, right? But still pretty powerful in itself. Remember, we want our marketing to be airborne. Next is contact. When two people actually have to touch, now the delivery mechanism of this particular virus is starting to slow down. All right? And as we start going, this is really where all deadly viruses and everything like that, we prefer them to be lower down, on this chain here, but not in our marketing. Okay, the next one is intimate contact, usually through, like saliva or something like that. Now the delivery mechanism is really, really starting to slow down. It's going to be much, much tougher for this type of virus to go through. And then finally, through some type of sexual transmission, okay, like the AIDS virus. We do not want our marketing to be here. That is just having a site without a link that says affiliate program, and just like, people saying, hey, how do I sign up for an affiliate program? You're like somewhere like around here, right? Over here, this one, that means like you have an affiliate, it says affiliates, but then when they get there, it's just like this ugly text, you're not selling them on anything, and you just say, sign up here for our affiliate program. They sign up, they never get an email from you, they get a link, and they don't even know what to do. You start moving up here, and you're paying a little more attention. You're telling them why they should promote. You start getting around here, and what you're doing is you're creating tools for them. And you're creating videos for them. And you're showing them, hey, here's some banners you could use. Here are some, here's a telefriend that you could use. Here's some email copy you can cut and paste. And then when you get up here, you're combining viral marketing with it. You're pre-propagating the page that they come to with their affiliate link, with their name. So all they got to do is copy, paste. I'll give you some examples of like how YouTube does things like that. All right? If the delivery mechanism is not easy and logical, right? If it's like that tail end of that scale that we just showed there, it will slow or kill the growth of your virus, your marketing message. You need to make it easy, fun, and logical to spread your message. So we want to be very, very conscious. Is it easy? Is it fun? And is it in a logical step in the process? Should it be after they opt in, after they read the report, then we ask them to spread? Or should it be opt in, then tell a friend? Or should it be tell a friend and opt in at the same time? But these are the things that we want to concentrate on. A great example is YouTube after you watch a video. And I will go on the record to tell you that the little share icon that shows up on YouTube after you watch a video and their little send a link to a friend, if YouTube did not have that into their marketing, they would not have been bought out by Google. They would have never been heard of, and they would have just been any other site out there, because the growth of YouTube came from the ease of the transmission of the message to a friend. So you saw that inspirational video. YouTube makes it easy to share. You see some kid falling off a skateboard and landing on his head, you immediately think of your friend. It's very easy to share. So here's what happens. When you're done watching a video with YouTube, you notice this option. They give you two options: share it or watch it again. And they give you a couple of other related videos. So they get you engaged here. Wow, let me share this with my friend. Now, when you click on that, does it send you to a page that says, step 1, open up your Outlook. Step 2, type your friend's name in. Step 3, think of a good subject line. Step 4, come back to this page and right-click and copy this URL, and then right-click and paste it here, and then put your name in, and then hit send and make sure you have an internet connection. Wouldn't that be ridiculous? I mean, if they did something like that? Believe it or not, that's how antiquated some people are in their marketing. What YouTube does is very simple. You click that share. It says, here are the friends you've already had. You simply have them pre-checked, so all you got to do is they already got the subject line in for you. You hit submit. It knows who you've already sent messages to, so it most likely knows you want to send messages to those people again. If you have some more people you think it's funny, it puts it in the contact list. Next time you go there, it's all set up. Because of this is one of the reasons why YouTube was able to spread very, very quickly. Typical viral marketing. All right? Next, to enhance the delivery mechanism, is the what's in it for me. This is a question that everyone asks themselves when asked to do something. All right? If you want to make the what's in it to me very, very obvious to the visitor. So, typical campaign of this was freeiPod.com. Do you guys remember this? Free iPod? Do you remember that? Yep. Okay. What Free iPod basically did is they said, hey, come to the site, we'll give you a free iPod if what?
You have to sign up for an offer, then submit it to X amount of friends who have to sign up for an offer before you get credit for an offer.
That's right. So basically an offer would be somebody fills out a Capital One credit card, somebody signs up for BMG Music Club, somebody signs up for, Reader's Digest or J&R Music World. All they had to do is sign up for one offer. So in order to get a free iPod, all you had to do is sign up for one of these offers, apply for a credit card, and get 5 of your friends to do the same thing, and then you'd get a free iPod. And then when your friends come, they're told, wow, all I got to do is tell 5 people to sign up for these offers, and I get a free iPod, and guess what happens at this point? The site just went completely viral. And everybody tried to copy it, and then you started getting on these spam lists, and you got a little more wary. Wait a second, I know what goes on here. It gets so difficult to get people to sign up, and all I do is start getting spam offers, and I ruin this email account. But the point here is that they made the what's in it for me very obvious. You get a free iPod if you help us share our marketing message. All right? In our business, in internet marketing, when we're dealing in the B2B, business to business, obviously our affiliate program is a very strong what's in it for me. If I said to you, hey, do you want to promote the 7-figure code? It's $797. I'll pay you 1%, and I keep 99%. Is that a good deal? I'm going to pay you 1%. You're going to make $7, and I keep all the profit, and you do all the marketing, you do all the AdWords. That what's in it for me, right? There's nothing in it for you. If I give you 50%, now we're talking a little bit more, right? How about if I give you 100%? Now it's like, Mike's crazy. What if I give you 150%? You sell for $797, I'll pay you $1,150 or something like that. As the what's in it for me becomes stronger and more obvious, the more you're going to have people pushing the message, and the longer the duration of that message being pushed is going to be. And if you have a proper back end in place, you can do these types of things. For example, With the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript, I pay 70% commission or 75% commission. The reason why I don't pay higher is it's the highest that you can pay with that affiliate marketplace. The reason is, every single time somebody buys the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript, I give them an offer to buy my $1,500 home study course, Butterfly Marketing, for $897. And we convert right now somewhere about 15% of those people. So all I want is people out there on the front end selling my ebook, and I'll pay them as much of the commission as I can, because on the back end, that's where we make our money. All right, so make that what's in it for me as obvious as you can. All right, here's an example that I did with the 7-figure code when we were in pre-launch. What we did is we were giving away free content of the course in order to create buzz. And we found some of the best content that we could to give away. When people came to the page, after they watched the content, we asked them for their name and email address if they wanted to see more of this content. We made it optional. You can sometimes ask people to give their name and email address before they view the content. But it's getting very, very popular now to give away the information for free and basically say to them, if you like this and you want to see more, give us your name and email address. What happened next is that person was then redirected to a tell-a-friend page using viralfriendgenerator.com. And we had a what's in it for me. We said, if you tell 3 friends, we're going to give you this secret bonus. And simply by telling some friends, we gave them a secret bonus. And then what happens is the viral component now kicks in. And let's say they tell 3 friends, because that's the minimum to tell to get a bonus. Those 3 visitors are now being invited to my marketing campaign. The visitor that told the friends is now sent over to the blog, where we had a lot of social proof going on. That's Eric Homeland right there, giving a testimonial for the product. So the visitor is sent to the blog. The visitor is encouraged to comment on the blog. And we followed up with even more content, and we started going viral from there. All right? We're getting down here to the end here, but one of the 3 out of the last 4 things that we need here is scalability. What ends up happening in many cases is a virus is so powerful it kills the host. So if your virus is so powerful that it kills the host before the host has a chance to infect other people, it's going to slow the entire growth of the virus or make it extinct. Same thing can happen with our marketing. If we grow too fast and we are not able to scale it. So let's say you have a business where people are sending you a picture and you're sketching because you're selling your time, and you're sketching it and you're putting it in the mail and sending it back out because you're making caricatures. If you created an ultimate viral marketing campaign, you're not going to be able to scale with the growth. So you have to be prepared. So here's some of the things. Make sure your virus can scale if everything you've ever dreamed of does happen. So everything that you've ever dreamed of, think, like what would happen, and then ask yourself, what happens if 10 times more of that happened? What happened if I'm expecting 100 visitors a day, but what would my business look like if I got 10,000 customers per day? Can my current system handle it? What would happen if I got 1,000, 100,000, or 1 million hits, customer sales, whatever it is, in a week, a month, or a day? And then after that, be proactive. Make adjustments before you start your campaign. Don't be reactive to the problems that can occur during growth. All right, think of these things before you put your viral marketing campaign in, because it can ruin your credibility, make you a laughingstock, and upset your affiliates if you don't have these things in place. Very important in a marketing campaign is to have a call to action. All right, we want it to be very, very logical for people to know where to order or to do what? Opt in, right. We want a call to action. Whether or not the call to action is to get them to give us their name and their email address, or their name and their phone number, or just ordering at the page, there needs to be a call to action. So the second word in viral marketing is marketing. Something can go viral, yet not make money. Anybody know what this is? That's right, exactly. Gary Brosmel, something like that. Yeah, actually, I think we will get his name. Here's a kid, did the Numa video. And it is estimated that this one video here at Google has over 4.5 million hits. It is estimated that this video has been seen over 10 million times around the world. Probably more. If you look, because he's got 7 different videos like this on YouTube with going down in the tiers, and he's on Video Google, he's on Meta Cafe. This video was just posted everywhere. So if we search this at YouTube, the interesting thing that we'll find out is that the profits that he made off of this viral video, 0. The lesson, priceless. So the original video made absolutely no money. So a marketing firm contacted him, and I'll probably pull up this site. Let me show you this video first. I don't know why this thing just got so popular and became a phenomenon, but here's a kid sitting in front of his webcam one day, turns a song on, turns his webcam on, and starts lip syncing to a song. Apparently, someone thought it was funny. Yes?
Do you ever see, I think it's the most viewed, well, it was the most viewed video on YouTube, the Smosh Kids, the Pokemon video?
Yeah, the Pokemon, yeah, and then there was,
50 million.
what was it? There was wasn't there a Star Wars one?
Star Wars Kids.
Yeah, Star Wars Kid, like these types of videos. Those are a little bit tougher to create. You know, you really don't know what's going to become big. There's something magical just does seem to happen in the mix, and these things just become popular. And the fact that other people think that it's popular makes it popular. Just because everybody's starting to say it's popular, sometimes it just becomes popular. And people say, why do you even watch that? I don't know. I just do. Everybody watches it. We just watch it. It's just the way it is. So back here. So now if we go to Google, YouTube, and we search new Numa, the estimated views for this video as well, this is a new video, is around 10 million views worldwide, or more. Okay? And here we see him a little bit older, a little bit, never mind. And this one video right here, with the call to action, has more videos than the first one. And what do we notice on his shirt there? Right there? Yeah, what does that say? Can you read it? I know it's a little blurry. Newnuma.com. So this video has a call to action. So 10 million people are sending people to this page. Pretty decent Alexa ranking. Has a forum. Members posting. There's posting there today. If you look at the press and all this stuff, let's go to newnuma.com. Basically what he did this time, I believe he took a Russian song. Gary Bralsma.
Hello?
Oh my goodness, is this Gary Bralsma, the Numa guy?
Yeah, that's me.
Will you please do a new Numa video? Please?
A new Numa video? I wonder.
And if we go here and we look at like the press, what we see is like down here, Jetna Corporation is a Minneapolis, Minnesota-based new media company on the forefront of economizing viral marketing, pioneering new ways to bring old and new marketing models together, and coining the phrase "turn back points" and e-shepherding with their relative philosophers, etc., etc., etc. So what we're seeing right here is a very, very calculated way to monetize, a viral video. So they realize, hey, this kid did it once, maybe we can do it again. And if you go to things like gear, they're selling shirts, they're selling mugs, they're selling ringtones, and they're getting a lot of traffic to their sites. And all these other links on the side of the page are for some of the other viral videos that they have on the internet. There's Numa 3. different people out there doing these types of videos.
That guy's crazy. Have you seen that one?
No.
He breaks records over his head.
Oh.
As he's singing it.
To that song.
Yeah, that one was actually. I remember seeing that before.
And here they are, as you can see, they're deliberately partnering with other media companies to get this message out there. So it may show up at your inbox one day because of all of these things that we're talking about, but here is where it's calculated. And they put a marketing message together. So it's very important, so as we're going back to our slides here, that we understand that we have a clear call to action. And that's a big mistake that sometimes I see, is that people got this great buzz, this great video and everything, and at the end, they're just not making it logical to either find the marketing message or share it with people. All right. That's just a joking little formula there, but duration is very important as well to a virus. Okay? If a virus can stay dormant or hidden inside of a body, right, for let's say 5 years, before it goes full-blown, but still allows people to infect along the way, that's pretty good, right? If the virus, gets you sick in 45, minutes or in 18 hours, but then it's out of your body, there's a chance that you have the virus and you're home and you don't even spread it before you get sick. So what we want in our marketing is we want duration. We want our message being spread for a very, very long time. We don't want this one-hit wonder where everybody's talking about you one day and then it was like, whatever happened to whatever, and you're just this one-hit wonder. So this is typical of very many launches, a graph that looks like that. You start out, you have your spike, and then you taper off and it goes away. What we really want is something like this, and that's more typical of eBay. Okay, that's right there. What you're looking at is called market saturation. Okay, you cannot have a virus that just continues to go off the roof because it's simply not possible. But what you do want is to know the size of your market and how can you reach market saturation. Now, I do feel bad for eBay. They have 240 million users worldwide, and they're only getting about 90,000 new members per day. Absolutely sad. So the thing to look at that about with eBay, normally if I'm at an internet marketing conference, I'll ask in the room, who here has an eBay account? And practically every single hand in the audience goes up. So most people would think, well, then there's no room to compete with eBay, or, everybody's got an eBay account. But if that was the case, why do 80,000 people still sign up for an eBay account every day? And what are some of those factors? Why would 80,000 people sign up for an eBay account per day?
Buy something.
Well, where are these people coming from that they weren't there yesterday? Yeah, there's just so many different logical factors. New people are just getting their computers for the first time. New people are just turning 18. New people are just being born. New people are just starting to find out about e-commerce and things like that. So even though you've reached market saturation, once you do that, there's still massive amounts of people coming into the market. It's not like just because there's 150,000 people in the market doesn't mean it's closed. You also want to know how many new people are coming into this market and at what rate. So here's something that I wrote about in the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript, and it's called the viral exponent, or the copulation rate. And I'm not going to get too technical here with you, but this is what we want to focus on right here, 1.0 or 1.01. We want to get as close to 1.0 as we can. And what that is, that's referred to as sustained growth. Okay, so basically what this means is, I know it's a little tough to read, but what you're seeing here on the left, it's time in a value, and I used it by the day. And we're measuring, in this case, by the day. We could do by the month or whatever. So we're doing a 31-day look at a site. So on day one, we had 100 members come to the site. Our viral exponent, our population rate is 0.89, which might seem pretty good, but here's what's going to happen if you don't have all of these things that we just showed you in place in your campaign, the right delivery mechanism, the right what's in it for me, making it obvious, all these different types of things, is that if 100 people came to the site and you multiplied that by 0.89, how many people would we have on day 2? 89 people would come to the site. And then on day 3, 79 people would come to the site, and then you'd multiply that by 0.89. In day 4, you'd have 70 people. And right now, you're not noticing things too bad, but after a week, you've got 50 people. You're down in 1 week, half the traffic coming to your site. After about 2 weeks, 14 days, you're down to 20% of the traffic is coming to the site. After 3 weeks, 21 days, we're seeing only 10 visitors per day are coming. And then we see finally, just in 1 month, we're down to 3 visitors per day, and we're standing around going, I don't know what happened. When we first launched, we made all these sales, but now I can't get any traffic to our site. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have all these other things in place to try to keep sustained growth, that if 100 visitors are coming to our site today, we can get those 100 visitors to manufacture another 100 visitors for us. We want each person that comes to the site to be responsible to get us at least one other visitor. And what that means is if you're getting 1,000 visitors per day, then you'll get 1,000 tomorrow. And if you start looking at sites that can break over 1.01, you can see that at the end of 30 days, you're now getting 135 members per day. And if we broke that out to a year, you would start to see some pretty incredible numbers right there. And then you just take that decimal out to 1.04, and as you can see, you're getting 300 people signing up per day in just a month, where you started with 100. And if we were to chart this out over 6 months, what you would see is you would see a chart that would look like this, and it would just take off from there. And though these 1.04, 1.05 type of sites are very typical of sites like YouTube and Gmail and things like that. They start out. They get authority figures. Some buzz gets created about it. Some connectors, and people of influence start talking about it, which adds a lot of credibility. Everything else is in place, and then these sites just go completely viral. And if you can get into the 1.04 range, that's where billionaires are made, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you another thing: you don't even have to monetize the traffic. Somebody will notice. If you can get this type of traffic and you're showing up in the top 25 sites in the world and you're losing money, there are people that will buy you out because they know how to monetize that traffic. Okay? And the typical example, as we know, is YouTube. They were not making money with the site. However, they broke into the top 10, and Google had Google Video, but just saw the potential just being massive by acquiring YouTube, and the two founders became billionaires. So the key to long-term duration is having a post-launch strategy. So Jeff Walker spoke to you about the product launch formula, right? Which is very, very important. But there's a lot of people that have done product launches, but then didn't put in, post-launch strategies, which is viral marketing and concentrating on how can you keep this message going out there for a long time. So you want to provide your users with multiple tools. If the tools already include the message and their name and their affiliate link when they get there, even better. I'll show you an example of that. More great tools to leverage viral marketing. Creating free reports. Has anybody heard of the Internet Business Manifesto? Your last speaker will be talking, his name is Richard Sheffrin. You guys know him. He's created his entire business model by writing free reports that create such buzz in the marketplace that he sells coaching programs in excess of close to, well, let's just put it this way, very close to 7 figures per month in cash flow for coaching, simply because he's creating free reports. Using videos. I think we've shown enough videos, but we understand the power of videos in viral marketing, right? Viral PDFs, branded PDFs, creating a product with resale rights and allowing other people to just go out there, and what the entire product is really a sell for your other product. So you write basically this how to make money on eBay type of product, and really all it does is talk about your home study course for $297. So you write this $47 ebook with resale rights, you get everybody out there selling it, and when they read it, all they see is a link to go to your site to buy your $297 course. Master resale rights, private label rights, etc. Have some of you ever gone to a web page where they ask you to sign up, and basically all you do is like fill out a form, and then like you get an email, and you're like, that's it, I get this link, and I got to go out and promote this product now. Like you don't even know where to go. So what we do is we provide a multitude of tools. In the top right, we created a viral PDF. We created a PDF that's a free report, 22 pages, that sells people on the manuscript, gets them to a page where they opt in, follow up, we follow up with them. But the report, when they click on the link, it drops the affiliate link. So we tell them, hey, you got, here's a free report, give it away to your newsletter as a free opt-in. We have here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in Mike@MikeFilsaime.com. And now what we're going to see is we're going to see that the page is automatically going to propagate with my name and my affiliate link once that's all said and done. All right. So the page now reloaded, and if we look here, we see that everywhere that we see this affiliate link on the page, we're seeing it already has my affiliate link, and you see it says "Thanks, Mike." So it would have the user's name and affiliate link already embedded in the tool. Hey, if you don't have an opt-in list, here are some sites that you could sign up that'll allow you to mail to their database for free. Some of them, like List Lotto, have a drawing every week. They got 25,000 members, and they pull some random winners every week that can mail to the entire 25,000 people. All these different sites. Your Lucky List has a random matrix. It rebuilds it every single week and sticks you up at the top, the bottom, whatever the case is. So we tell people, here's where you can go to advertise. We don't make them do the research. We make it very simple for them. We write the email copy for them, and we make it simple for them. Other examples. We give them signatures to use in their email, like in Hotmail, right? So we tell them, go into Outlook, click on signatures, and every time you send out an email to somebody, you've seen that, right? Your friend sends you an email, and then you're still reading, P.S. If you'd like to learn how to make money with waterfall, you're like, oh, this is just some signature for line. We give them pop-up and pop exit and pop undercode. So simply take this code, put it on your website. When somebody leaves, there'll be an exit pop for our sales page with your affiliate link. We create banners. Here's a good resource, bannersmall.com. They're the people that do these types of graphics here for us. So we give people all different types of banners, vertical banners, horizontal banners, so they can put them on their sites, depending on where it fits on their sites. And a lot of people say, I don't want to spend $299 to do this. I'll say, gosh, if it gets me one sale, I'm paid right there. We teach people where to go to submit articles. And then we write the article for them. Say, go to an article directory and post this article. Now we got thousands of affiliates out there posting articles for us. Blog reviews. We know how popular blogs can be, right? We're going to have somebody coming up, I believe, in a couple of days talking about blogging for you guys. Why not write a review and tell people, go post this on your blog? And if you like the HTML version, here's the HTML version where it's formatted nice and pretty with little images and these different things, all with your affiliate link embedded. We know how search engines love blogs, so a lot of these things have footprints. If you were to go in and pull the exact words out of some of these ads and put it in quotes and put it into Google, you'll see, in some cases, about 150 to 200 blogs out there advertising our products in the search engines. And these are all these little things that are getting us from 0.86 to 0.87, 0.89, and slowly moving us to that duration of sustained growth of 1.0 or higher. We write easy ads for them and tell them where they can place the ads. I'll scroll down a little bit more. We give them keywords that they can bid on. And we tell them, watch this video so you know how to set up your Google AdWords account, and here are different keywords that you could bid on, viral marketing, all that type of stuff. Here are some sample ads that you can use. Other ads, even advertising some of my own sites. This is cross-advertising. These are ads for instant buzz. And then press releases. We write a press release, show them where they can go post a free press release, so we're constantly getting in on press releases. And then here's some integration marketing. These are some of my favorites. Have you ever signed up for a newsletter and you enter your name and your email address and a new page opens up? It's very ugly. It basically says, thank you for subscribing. You may close this window. Right? Have you ever seen that? That's just like wasted advertising. So what we do is we say to people, why don't you take this code right here, and when somebody signs up for your newsletter, put this on the success page where the little audio plays and there's a link to direct people after they sign up. We tell them to, this is one of my favorites as well here, we write pre-written emails for them to put in their autoresponder. So we'll say to people sometime, hey Harris, how many messages do you have in your autoresponder? Oh, I don't even know. Maybe 5 or 6. When was the last time you added anything to your autoresponder? Gosh, it's probably been about 7 months. Well, why don't you take these 3 emails and we're following up for our package, and just add them into your autoresponder. So now every single time somebody goes into Harris's marketing funnel, on the 6th day, 7th day, and 8th day, they're getting advertising for our product with this affiliate link. And if you spend time doing that with maybe 2 to 3 marketers a week, after a couple of months, you'll start realizing that you're in 30 or 40 different other people's autoresponders advertising your products. And that pretty much wraps it up. I think you guys get the picture here of different ways that we, we tell people how to use our affiliate program. And I think you can see it's a lot better, right, wouldn't you say, than just having a link that says, here's your affiliate link. And you can see why you're just not, people they're just not going to promote. They won't promote for you. And the viral aspect is just going to completely die from there. And we'll get back. And where were we? Right here? All right. All of the above are great ways to consider using leverage by empowering others to make money while spreading your marketing message. That's what everybody wants in our business, is to make money, and we want to help them do that by spreading our message. So what we learned today, what buzz is, how to create it, and how viral marketing can create attention to drive traffic to your site, massive traffic, ongoing traffic. So if you guys have any questions, I'll stick around. We have a few more minutes for questions, right? Okay. You guys have any questions?
Can you go back one slide real quick? I want to get the rest of those. There you go.
Okay.
When we're talking about the airborne, viral, and then there was contact, there were 2 different ones that I can't believe it.
Yeah, these were really just metaphors, visual metaphors. They don't necessarily relate exactly to marketing, but basically what we're seeing here is, in this case, like this is the worst case scenario. This is like just person doesn't even have, how to sign up for the affiliate program. Like you have to go looking for it. So what you had here, this was like airborne. This is what we want our marketing to be, completely like an airborne virus. Like it just gets out there and it's all over the place. It's infecting everything. Like I love, like when we have this, how did you hear about us, when people buy our product, sometimes like people will say, you're everywhere. And to me, I'm like, yes, it's working. We deliberately manufactured this type of be everywhere, being integrated in everybody else's marketing and do whatever we can just to be everywhere. We want to be airborne. We want to make contact with everybody that's out there. Next over here, this is the baby or a germ getting onto another surface, and then somebody else touching that surface and getting infected. One level down from there is contact. Somebody has to shake your hands in order to spread the virus. Then you had more intimate contact, like kissing, and certainly sexual transmission. Any other questions relating to viral marketing?
I've seen some reports on how to use different, like Instant Buzz and Your Lucky List, and then there's another one, how to use them to promote each other, and how to create some different. Is there what type of strategy? I think it was you and Chia.
Yeah,
was mentioning something on how to use instant.
Here's what it is, quite frankly. It's integration marketing. Ewan and I work on a couple of different products. And what I do is I provide his members that sign up for his products to get 100,000 advertising credits at Instant Buzz if they buy his product. If you were to buy 100,000 advertising credits, I don't even know. I would say it's probably about $147. Legitimately, we sell that on a daily basis through Instant Buzz. So Ewan's selling like a $47 product, and he's selling them, and if you buy this, you get these 100,000 credits. Am I smart or stupid to do that? I think it's pretty smart, although I'm giving away a lot of advertising, but I'm getting that commitment and consistency. I'm making a commitment. I'm getting somebody that needs to join my site. They get on my newsletter. I have an opportunity for them to fall in love with the site, and hopefully they like it and they buy more advertising. And if they don't, I still have other sites that they could join, and I have other offers, and I have other products, and I can invite them to events, and we can, maybe they showed up at my $5,000 workshop because I integrated with you and Shia. So if you have something that you can do, let's say you have 4 different products, right? Give away one of them for free. Take your best-selling product and give it away for free, or your mediocre selling product that's doing well but not as good as it used to. give it away for free. Contact someone and say, hey, I tell you what, we'll give people this URL to get my product for free. When they enter their name and email address, it's going to redirect them to a bundle offer of my other 3 products at a discount price with your affiliate link. So now you have maybe all these people that say, join my newsletter and you get his ebook for free. And in order to get that ebook, they have to give you their name and email address. You send them to a page that says, here's my other 3. Now you can have all of my best-selling products. They normally sell for $97 each. I'll give you all 3 of them right now on this one-time offer for just $77. So you're finding other people's marketing where the traffic's already coming, where you could use it to start selling your own product. This stuff is like stealth, super ninja marketing. A lot of people are looking for traffic. Piggyback off other people's traffic. Question?
Do you find there's a formula when you're using your autoresponders and contacting your list, like 2 emails a week, or?
No, you'll get a lot of different answers from that. It depends on the market, depends on your personality, depends on the product, depends on the noise in that industry. You know, if you're teaching someone, how to cure hair loss, or something like that, there's very few products you're going to continue to be able to cross-sell that person, and there's not a lot of noise. They're not, on 17,000 lists like we are. Hair loss this, hair loss that. So for the most part, you want to just follow up with that person. Jeff Mulligan has a site called How to Beat Your Speeding Ticket. He has 50 follow-up autoresponders that go out every single day, and when it gets to 50, it re-loops back to number 1. Because he's basically saying, either this person is going to buy, or there's really not much I can do with that person, when they're done. So for the most part, it depends on a lot of things. For me, normal 7-day to 10-day follow-up series is good. Minimum 7. I like to go to 10, and I go daily. I think if and somebody gives you their name and email address, you want to make the offer immediately, like as soon as you redirect them, and then every single day that goes by, the chances of closing that sale are getting worse and worse. So if you make your autoresponder 3 days, then wait 3 days, then wait 5 days, to me that's a big mistake. Any other questions? Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Good stuff, huh, guys?